So what I want to do today is show you a really good build I've been running on my Titan, Solar Titan with Laurel Splendor Helm. Get some mad damage up with this helmet and some crazy healing ability. So your sunspots heal you when you are critically wounded, and when you've got full class ability, when you put your barricade down you create a sunspot that's also going to heal you, give you extra damage, and I'm going to pair it with this mod here, Well of Life, that also heals you every time you pick up an elemental well. I'm going to show you some examples now of the damage and the healing that I'm getting. Again, they're only in lost sectors, so I just want to clarify that, but later on in the video I'll show you a little bit more of some different activities. The lost sector clips are just purely for demonstration. This is the sort of healing you get in. As you can see down the bottom left, I've got my ×2 healing, that's from the helmet and the mod. They both work together, so you get double the healing and it's quite strong. As you can see there, my health bar going up all the time. You're going to create loads of wells, get loads of grenade and class ability regen back, melee, grenade, class ability, every time you stand in these sunspots and pick up them elemental wells. All in all, it's a solid all-round build where you're going to be very tanky. Combine it with different various weapons. I will go more into the build after this clip, and then I'll finish off with some more gameplay so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully you can sort of get the gist of everything. Stay tuned for the build. So this is the insane healing build and damage build on my Titan, the Solar Titan Sunbreaker, based on Laurel Splendor Helm, and obviously this works the best with bottom tree. I don't think it really works with anything else. I've tried it, it just seems to only work for the bottom tree for the sunspots. I think that's how it's meant to be. Sol Invictus, solar ability kills restore your health, so all the other sort of clips that you've seen where I'm healing, that all works with this as well, this Sol Invictus. We've got Sun Warrior, passing through a sunspot causes your grenade and melee abilities to recharge faster and your super to last even longer, and it also increases your damage to the weapons that you've got as well, so 20% extra damage as long as we're in a sunspot. And as you've seen in the clips, we can get sunspots all of the time with this helmet, wherever you get damaged or wherever you put your barricade down. So it all works absolutely perfectly together. Mortar Blast, that's just like your melee, that causes a solar explosion, setting nearby enemies on fire. An Endless Siege, hammers create a sunspot. On impact, while standing in sunspots, you'll throw hammers even faster. So again, just loads of sunspots everywhere, proccing that healing and extra damage. And then what I've done is I've sort of shown you a few of the mods that I'm using already, but I'll just quickly go through the extra ones that I'm running. Elemental Ordnance, killing an enemy with a grenade spawns an elemental well that matches my subclass. In this case it's solar, so if I get a kill with my grenade on my solar subclass, that's going to spawn a solar elemental well. I like to run this one as I've shown you, Well of Life, that heals you for 10 seconds whenever I pick up an elemental well. And then what I've done to buff that out is I've run Elemental Time Dilation, that just adds 3 seconds onto any sort of benefits from the elemental wells that you pick up, so an extra 2 or 3 seconds on my healing. I also run Font of Might, so whenever I pick up an elemental well I get 25% extra damage for 10 seconds usually, but again Elemental Time Dilation just extends that timer. And just to quickly go back on Font of Might, so that's a 25% extra damage buff every time you pick up a solar elemental well. And that stacks with Sun Warrior also, so that's another 20%. And as you've seen on the helmet, we can create loads of sunspots through barricades, and we're also going to create extra sunspots with our grenades, melees, and everything else via the bottom tree Sunbreaker class as well. And then the very last mod that I'm going to show you is elemental. To spawn elemental wells is Explosive Well Maker. This is such a good mod, it works on so many things. Basically anything that explodes, that's solar, and sometimes it's not even solar things. What you'll find is there's like various weapons in the game that this works with when you shouldn't think it does, but it does. So you're always going to spawn solar elemental wells with explosions. For example, Annual Skate, that's got time payload on, that procs it, the time payload proxies. And then the other sort of one I'll show you is Witherhoard. Witherhoard actually procs this as well from explosive damage. I don't know why, but it does. I think it's because it's coded as a grenade launcher. And then the sort of weapons that I am running with it, it's entirely up to you. I really like this one, explosive personality. It's solar, so I'm going to get all the Fontamite extra damage for it as well, so it's all going to stack. And you've got unrelenting, extra healing. You've got land tank, extra resilience, so you are an absolute unit with this one, absolute tank. And then the dead messenger is another good one to run with it, because there's the catalyst, it gives you turnabout, which gives you an overshield whenever you break something's shield. So again, plenty of options. The good old Galahorn is another one that procs elemental wells via explosive well maker all the time. So Galahorn, you're going to get absolutely loads of damage with that. We've got a sleeper, loads of different weapons you can try out with it, but the build's absolutely solid, really good. I promise you, try it out, you'll love it. I'm going to play some more clips, tell me what you think. Just before the clips, I just want to show you the Witherhoard working with explosive well maker. There you go, one Witherhoard spawns a couple of these. I don't know why, I think it's coded as a grenade launcher, maybe it thinks it's done explosive damage, but there you go, that's just another little option we've got. And now these are just some more clips of it sort of working together. I'm just going in the middle here of all these enemies, I'm pretty safe. I've got my sunspots going, I've got my healing times too, I'm studying my sun warrior. Plenty of extra resilience, plenty of extra healing. Creating elemental wells everywhere, picking them up as I go, getting that solar weapon boost as well. So you've got 3 or 4, maybe 5 different things going on at once there, easily done. And then again, like so you can see my health, my shield, that's turnabout going with my dead messenger. Again, that's just adding to the healing. And the 3 waves from that grenade launcher is really good for the damage as well, while you got your Fontamite going. So I hope you've enjoyed the build. You have to let me know what you think. It could be possible for when Solar 3.0 comes out, builds like this is like what could be sort of like a prototype, what we're going to see. Healing on the go on the Titan, extra healing everywhere you go, maybe a bit of more of a support type like a Warlock, something like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. I hope your video has been fun for you. Take it easy.